Myka,
Yeah.
let's get to it. Hot take of the week.
So I was going to talk about the hurricanes, but then I decided this is going to be Maggie Smith week, right?
Is she dead?
Maggie Smith died, yes. So we'll hear a little more about her later. Hint, hint.
R.I.P.
Oh.
R.I.P. But so this, I'm going to bring a story about another Maggie Smith. This woman, she went viral on TikTok after she shared the story of the shortest first date ever. And I'll tell you guys the situation. We can weigh in on what we think was the appropriate thing to do. So basically, she meets a guy online. They set up a time to go to dinner. What's really sad about this is she does a TikTok beforehand about how she did her hair and makeup and how nervous she is for this date. Then she gets to the restaurant. She meets up with the guy. He gives her a hug. He says, "Are you hungry? Let's go in." They go in. Then he says, "Actually, can you step outside for a second?" Then they go back outside, and he says, "I'm really not feeling this. Let's cut it off."
Whoa! Wow. They walk into the restaurant, and he sees that she's possibly bow-legged.
Let's see this broad.
Well, so
yeah, do we have a picture of this lady?
if you guys want to guess what it was, I'm not going to let you. I'm just going to tell you, or we're going to get in trouble.
Okay.
But yeah, it is.
She's a guy.
No, because he also told her
She's a furry.
He's like
She's dressed as an eagle. What?
So she goes to walk away.
Do we have worms?
I'll pull a picture up.
Can I eat some worms, please?
So here's
the only
here's
way
a picture of her before with her makeup.
Okay.
But then
Oh, did she chaperone it?
this is more of a full body photo.
Oh.
So as she's walking, you can see the face does not quite match the body if you were doing some close-ups or whatever on the
As
promo.
Myka's friend Tim Dillon would say, she's a fatty boom batty.
Tim Dillon would say that. Fatim boom bati.
Yes.
So so she's walking away kind of bewildered, and then he says after she's walking away, "It's because you're overweight."
No, don't say it. She knows. She knows. Oh no.
Well, she didn't know because and she's like, "I didn't even want to know. I don't fucking know this guy. What do I care about his opinion?"
No.
So I guess my question.
Double rejection.
Yeah, that's super brutal.
It's super brutal. But my question is, should he have just fucking swallowed it and gone on the date anyway?
You should have banged her.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You know what I'm talking about? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just suck it up.
Go on the date, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you didn't ask enough questions. You got yourself in a little predicament. But I'd have been now, if we were in an elevator, how many of you could be in the elevator at once before we reach the limit?
Timothy.
Nice, dude.
That's an easy way to never pay for dinner.
That's worse than just ending the date and saying it's because she's fat.
Now, if you're going to fly, how many seats you taking?
But you're right. It is on him to not in if you're going to be that much of a dick. We don't know that her photos weren't maybe where
her photos were all her face.
Where did they meet?
Her photos were all her face and some cleavage. I guarantee it. But
Has
that's
anyone
okay.
doxed the guy yet?
Yeah, has the guy been doxed?
Well, this was on People Magazine, which is where I get all my news.
No wonder I didn't hear about this.
Sometimes I think to myself, I go, why is Myka a stupid bitch? And then I realize it's because she gets all her news from People Magazine.
Yeah, it doesn't say where she.
No, the guy should have had.
Poor thing.
The guy should have had dinner with her. And you know what?
This guy she met on Twitter/X. So it's very possible. On the dating apps, you kind of have to include a full body shot, or you're
really? Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I assume if I don't see a full body shot from a person, I'm going to be like, what are we hiding?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right? And especially for women, I think it's even men are so
shallow.
If I were an overweight woman, I would 100% display that ahead of time to avoid an embarrassing
and to get
situation.
a guy that's into that. Wouldn't you want a guy that's into that, or do you think that's too creepy?
For some reason, overweight women hate it when they're fetishized for it.
Interesting.
Right? Which is, I think, an interesting move. I'm they appreciate it, but maybe they feel objectified. I don't know. I'm you're always going to be objectified. You're never not getting objectified.
Right.
So is it a thing where guys will secretly try to bang them and then not tell anyone?
I don't think so. I think there are men who just fetishize it, and they're worried like, oh, they're not going to love me for me. They're just going to love me for my particular body type.
So are they afraid that if they were to lose weight or something that would be bad? And then,
I think it's even like just like it's too shallow for them.
but isn't every relationship started by physical attraction sometimes?
Not
Yeah.
everyone.
Myka, shut up. What the fuck?
Oh, this is good.
This is how good my personality is, Julio.
He said
Look at
drunk.
that smile, huh?
No, Tim's a very handsome man.
But-
I'm not into that.
Don't I look at you? Don't I look at you like the other men do, Ginny? Isn't
Oh,
that
no.
how I look at you?
This is the color of furry I would be, by the way. Your
Oh,
snake
yeah.
goes.
Hell yeah.
That's usually what they are. They're usually some
Yeah.
kind of turquoise, aqua.
Also, I would be a duck.
Nice.
Nice spiral cock.
Oh, that you'll accept. This is
quack.
bullshit.
Quack, fucking quack, bitch.
I would be a unicorn and fuck you both for limiting my
I do.
needs.
You
I'll
know
take
what?
some horn.
Yeah, that's what
take
I'm
some horn.
saying.
I'm telling you, I think the guy also should smooch her at the end of the date if she wants a smooch too.
That's mean, though, because then you say get her hopes up.
No,
Unless you're Jeff Sheen, who says he always gets a smooch. Even if the date goes bad, he goes, I always get a smooch.
I would
God,
say
he's
I
just trying to
typically
wear
got a
his-
smooch, too.
Yeah.
I can count. There was once or twice where I didn't, but usually I was smooching on my first dates.
I almost
Shout out.
never got
even
a
if you
smooch.
did, even if you weren't interested at all, you trying to get a smooch.
So it's not even that I wasn't interested. It's like I was interested usually in some degree. Like I was like, all right, well, like I'm not gonna like. I don't think we're gonna like date, but like
You were a weird
cute.
autistic Twitter guy.
Plus, also, what if there's a little chemistry you left on the table,
Right.
right.
and we're drunk by this point, right?
Yes.
But I mean, it is incumbent. I think like even if you're not interested, you owe her to sit across from her for a fucking meal and just get to know her as a person.
Yes.
Right.
That's like I think that's a reasonable.
She's taking time out of her night
Yeah.
to come meet you. I agree. You have to do it. That's just how it goes. Sorry, brother. You fucked up. You fucked up, bro.
if you didn't want to do that, you should have asked her out for like a cocktail or something less committal.
Or
Right.
at least sit there for a half hour to be like, I don't think we have anything in common.
But
It-
like,
And then
It's
don't say
better-
why.
It's
Yeah.
better to be like, go wearing a pink hat, and then she shows up, you see her, and you just don't even go in. That's even actually better.
Yes, correct.
go wearing
Just
a
ditch
Meaning like just stand her up. Don't even
Yeah.
see her and then leave before you even say hi.
That's so brutal, though.
Brutal.
That's brutal,
That's
brutal.
worse. That's worse. That's worse. I think.
I don't think
It's
so.
better than hey, I'm not feeling it.
No. Wait,
after
that's
you say
worse
hello.
than-
That's it rips the band. That is humiliating. And he said it in front of other people, which is like, who gives a fuck about the other people? Honestly,
That's
Right.
bad though.
But like
Rubbing it
being
in.
standing up now, you're a giant woman at a restaurant alone, looking around.
Yeah,
like
but
this.
you're not getting, while you're walking down the street, a guy's not going, it's because you're fat.
He said overweight, but yeah, no, that's super embarrassing. That is
Yeah.
super embarrassing. He is wrong, but I think like seeing and walking away is fucking brutal too.
Yeah, but she doesn't see you. She doesn't
Yeah,
know that
right,
you
right.
did that.
In
Yeah,
this
she
scenario-
knows you did. And then what you say, like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I ran over
No,
my
you
own
just
foot
don't
with my
reply.
car or something."
You just never.
You have to
never-
reply.
No, you don't. You just ghost.
But then they know. I guess they don't know.
You don't.
You
You
get-
could just be a
get-
flake, is
Yep.
what you're saying.
You
Yeah.
get your friend to call him and be like, hi, I'm Chad's brother. He died. And then
Yeah.
she's like crying into her drink or whatever. And then you're like that. Now you don't even ever have to worry about seeing her again.
What happened? He saw you.
He saw you and his heart. He saw you and he said his heart filled with so much love that it
Exactly.
exploded.
He knew you were the one.
But even like to your point where you're like, say, I don't think we had that much in common or whatever. I don't even think you have to fucking say that. You end the date. It was great to meet you. Move it along.
Goodbye.
If they ask, will I see you again? Then you can be like,
And you say, probably not.
you know, I don't really feel it.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
You were really nice, but I didn't really feel a chemistry. Like
Yeah.
whatever. You know?
Because you're overweight.
Yes.
fucking jeez.